Good day. Welcome to News Now on TV360. I am Thelma Okoro. The United Nations is providing special kits for 106 Chibok girls released by terrorist sect Boko Haram. Representatives of the global body made the presentation to Nigeria's Minister of Women Affairs and Social Development in Abuja, the nation's capital. The girls are part of 300 schoolgirls abducted by Boko Haram in April 2014 from Chibok community in Borno State, northeast Nigeria. Since the release of the girls, the UN has vowed to help speed up their integration in society. Minister of Women Affairs Aisha Al-Hassan revealed that negotiation is still ongoing for the release of the remaining girls in captivity.
UNFPA support so far has been fourfold. First of all, providing psychosocial support and counseling. Secondly, providing medical care, including reproductive health care services. Then shelter and welfare. And lastly, skill acquisition and development. Today, as part of the rehabilitation process, we are here to hand over dignity kits and culturally appropriate clothing to the girls, to the 106 Chibok girls.
We are happy to inform you, and it is in the light of that, the commitment to provide security and to ensure that the welfare of every Nigerian is paramount to the government, that the government, through negotiations, brought back some of our girls. Negotiations are still going on to bring the rest back home, to reunite them with their families, to reintegrate them in society, and we are hopeful. Just like we got the two fruits of the negotiations, bringing back 21 girls first, and later 82 girls. We hope from the negotiations that are still going on, the rest will be released to us very soon.
There are still more girls to be released, but obviously this is a tremendous accomplishment. And we congratulate the government of Nigeria, the federal government of Nigeria, for this tremendous work that they've done. It's a powerful demonstration of the importance of dialogue in bringing about positive change in the context of a horrible and violent conflict. We urge the continued use of dialogue in the Northeast and in other conflict zones as a means to work toward a peace and security that protects the lives and human rights of all Nigerians.
9 people have been killed by suspected Boko Haram suicide bombers in a northern Cameroonian town close to Nigeria's borders. Officials say the target was an internally displaced persons camps also housing Nigerians displaced by the Boko Haram insurgency. Those killed include many refugees as well as the 2 suicide bombers. Over 30 others were injured in the attack. It's not the first time Boko Haram has carried out attacks in that region, although this attack is the first time in several weeks. A Nigerian soldier fighting in Darfur, Sudan has been killed by an unknown gunman. Officials are yet to reveal the identity of the soldier who was part of the African Union UN hybrid operation. A statement by the UN sent its condolences to the Nigerian government and the soldier's family. The Sudanese government has pledged to bring the perpetrators of the heinous crime to book. The Nigerian Army is studying a report of a panel charged with investigating allegations of human rights abuses against civilians in the country. The panel was set up after an Amnesty International report indicted the army of extrajudicial killings, including those of pro-Biafran protesters in the southeast region, Boko Haram suspects in the northeast region, and Shiites in Kaduna in December 2015. Army spokesperson Sani Usman says the army would take appropriate actions on all the recommendations after studying the report. Nigeria's acting president Yemi Osinbajo has again reiterated the importance of a united country. His comments come as the calls for a succession of Nigeria into Biafra continues to rise in the southeast part of the country. Osinbajo says those seeking division in the country must understand that Nigeria is great because of its population size and unity despite the odds. A chieftain of the People's Democratic Party is slamming reports suggesting he plans to defect to the ruling All Progressives Congress APC. Olabode George, who is the former deputy national chairman of the PDP, says such reports are simply not true. PDP is currently divided by serious internal crisis, which has seen many of its members defecting to the ruling All Progressives Congress. Now briefing journalists here in Lagos, the PDP chieftain vowed never to join that bandwagon.
I am not a chameleon. I shoot straight. I talk straight. Nothing on the globe will make me go from frying pan to fire. What is the other political party that is out there? To compare them with the emergence of this party that is so national in every aspect of its colors, from the swampy forest to the savannah regions. That is the PDP. The other party is a congregation of strange bedfellows. They had been formed. They had made their norms. That's why you see the country as one is pulling to the right, the other one is pulling to the left, and who are the people suffering? The electorate. Where is your defined movement? ACN wants it to be back here. CPC wants it to be in another direction. AMPP wants it. They don't have that kind of format that we have.
On the crisis in the PDP, Bode George says the party would overcome its problems and come back stronger. He also endorsed the leadership of Ahmed McCarthy.
Stay on your watch. Stay on what you believe in. Die on what you believe in. So on the day of judgment, you will stand up and be counted. I will never. If it's the last man standing, I will be there for this party. But if it is handed over to Sheriff, I will be back home. I will stop all my political activities.
You're disappointed that some of your people are crossing over.
I've told you, I am disappointed in them because they serve the hour. They serve the moment. There is nothing like you say you are dedicated, you are committed, you are loyal to a system. It's not the individual.
The PDP chieftain is also advocating economic and political restructuring of Nigeria rather than the agitation to break away by a section of the country. He says Nigeria is better off as one indivisible country.
Let us hold ourselves, because as a military, my military background, you don't go to war by saying, well, first Yoruba man stand here, Hausa man stand here, Fulani man stand here, Igbo man stand here, Beriberi stand here. That's not the way we fight. It is a collective responsibility. We have all sworn to uphold and defend this entity called Nigeria. That should be reflected in the comments coming from our statesmen. I saw something 2 days ago when they shut down the whole of the Southwest. I don't know what that meant for, what it was meant for. But if it's a protest to say, we are here, we are Nigerians, we are not fairly treated, that's fine. But if it is on another level, we need to be cautious.
Nigerian governors say they are anticipating the release of the second tranche of the Paris-London Club refund in order to clear the backlog of salaries owed to staff in their states. President Muhammad Buhari earlier this year directed Minister of Finance Kemi Adeosun and the Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, to release the second tranche refunds to the states in order to ease their financial hardships. The government last year paid out 388 billion naira out of 522.74 billion naira. Most state governors were accused of mismanaging the funds, a claim the EFCC, Nigeria's anti-corruption agency, is now investigating. The House of Representatives Committee on Public Procurement has summoned the Minister of Finance, Kemi Adeosun, over alleged payment of 17 billion naira for procurement of office equipment. It also summoned the Auditor General of the Federation, Ahmed Idris, and the former Accountant General of the Federation, Jonah Otunla, over that transaction. The three top officials are expected to appear before the committee members on Tuesday next week. The Nigerian Senate is considering a bill to make Nigerians pay more for fuel. The bill recommends that Nigerians pay a 5 naira levy on each liter of petroleum product imported into the country. The levy on each liter of petrol or diesel will be part of revenue sources for a proposed national roads refund. The government has proposed a record of 7.44 trillion naira budget for 2017, and that includes increasing capital expenditure to fix roads, overhaul railways, and improve power supply. But funding for the budget has proved difficult due to low oil prices. A Lagos High Court in Igboshere has issued a bench warrant for the arrest of a contractor of the Lekki Gardens Estate Limited, Shola Olumofe. He has failed to appear before the court on 2 consecutive occasions to stand trial in connection with a building collapse in Lekki area of the state on March 10, 2016. The Lagos state government had filed criminal charges against the accused and 6 others over the alleged negligence in the event leading to the building collapse, which killed 34 people. Nigeria's Minister for Health, Isaac Adewale, has announced a ban on the sale of cigarettes to persons below the age of 18 in the country. This comes as the World Health Organization disclosed that over 4.5 million Nigerian adults are addicted to smoking tobacco substances. The minister also called for immediate implementation and enforcement of key sections of the 2015 National Tobacco Control Act.
Having carefully analyzed the NTC Act 2015, I wish to announce with high sense of responsibility that government will begin implementing the following provisions before the end of the year. 1. Prohibition of the sale of tobacco products to and by anyone below age 18. 2. Ban of sale of cigarettes in single sticks. Cigarettes must be sold in packs of 20 sticks only. Smokeless tobacco shall be sold in a minimum of a pack of 30 grams. 4. Ban of sale or offer for sale or distribution of tobacco or tobacco products through mail, internet, or other online devices. 5. Prohibition of interference of tobacco industry in public health and related issues. 6. Prohibition of smoking in anywhere on the premises of a child care facility, educational facility, and health care facility. Other prohibited places for smoking include playgrounds, amusement parks, plazas, public parks, stadia, public transport, restaurants, bar, and other public gathering spaces. 7. Prosecution of owner or manager of any of the places listed above who permits, encourages, or fails to stop smoking in the above listed places. 8. Prohibition of tobacco advertising, promotion, and sponsorship of any kind. 9. Compliance with specified standards for content as set out by Standards Organization of Nigeria.
On the issue of complete banning, currently there are some countries that went for elimination, particularly the European countries and also New Zealand. But I'm not aware that there are countries that completely ban. But as an objective, elimination is being targeted by some countries. Europe is one example. I think this is what I can add. But the FCC is about control, including what countries have taken already measures. I think the current legislation of Nigeria is a very good example in cutting down the use of tobacco.
A group in Nigeria is calling for the removal of Ibrahim Magu as EFCC's chairman. Magu has been acting as ESS Chairman since November 2015, following the failure of the Senate to confirm him as the authentic chairman of the agency. The group says Magu has overstayed his tenure as acting chairman and must now be removed.
The truth of the matter must be said. We are human rights activists here. We stand for justice. We stand for the right thing to be done. And we believe that the time to do it is now. What we are saying is that do not forget that the DSS has communicated in writing to the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. A report 2 times. They've communicated to the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria reports indicting Ibrahim Magu, and this consequently has made the Senate of the Federal Republic to refuse to confirm him. Now, are we saying that Magu is above the law? The Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria provides that you stay there in acting capacity for only 90 days. And here is a man who has, overstayed his welcome. He has exceeded the 90 days that is required for him to be there in acting capacity. And we are saying very clearly, upon researches conducted by our organization, both in Nigeria and abroad, that there are very clear indications that Mr. Magu is unfit. Mr. Magu plays to the gallery. Mr. Magu collaborates with some social media, especially Sahara reporters, to indict some persons. We are saying, consequent to the report of the DSS, that Mr. Magu is unfit. He lacks the capacity to steer the affairs of the EFCC.
Magu is not the first and will he be the last EFCC leader. There have been Ribadu before him. Waziri was there. Lamad Ibrahim was there. Magu has been there. He will leave and the EFCC will still remain. So let us not build this culture of impunity around him and say it's like he's above the law or he's above everybody. His time has expired, so he has to leave.
Give him his shoes somewhere here, his phone and everything.
Don't do like that again.
Thank you. So, bye-bye. Hey, Oga, where do you think you are going? Home.
You never shake body.
Eh?
You never shake body.
Shake body? See?
Huh? You never shake body.
Eh? I don't get combo for my body.
You go take for here. Sit down there.
Down.
What's this man still doing here?
They say I should shake body. I shake body, I shake body. They say I do, and I say I don't get color.
You are asking for money.
Sorry, ma'am.
Asking for money to bail a suspect is an act of corruption. Both of you will be punished. Corruption is not allowed within the force. Remember,
police is your friend. Giving and taking bribe is wrong.
Corruption, not in my country.
Stop corruption now.
Corruption not in my country.
Welcome back. Nigeria's Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, says the government has earmarked $186 million to battle piracy in the country's waters. He made the disclosure while delivering a speech at North Shipping inaugural African Podium in Norway. Amechi calmed potential investors' fears of growing security concerns in Nigeria's seaway amid a rise in attacks by sea pirates. The naira is expected to be stable in the coming week owing to an increased dollar supply to both the official interbank window and the black market. It has been trading around $3.82 to the dollar on the black market in the last 2 weeks, while at the interbank market the naira was trading at around $3.05 per dollar. The CBN has been intervening on the official market to try to narrow the spread between the official interbank and black markets. Brent crude tumbled below $50 per barrel on worries that U.S. President Donald Trump's decision to abandon a climate pact could spark more crude drilling in the United States, worsening a global glut. Benchmark Brent crude futures were at $49.14 per barrel, while U.S. crude fell 1.45 cents to $46.91 per barrel. U.S. withdrawal from the landmark agreement to fight climate change drew condemnation from U.S. allies and sparked fears that U.S. oil production could expand even more rapidly. At least 15 children died in South Sudan in early May after health workers vaccinated them against measles using the same syringe without sterilizing it. About 300 children were vaccinated in the country on May 2nd till 5th. A report prepared by a committee of specialists found the children had died from severe sepsis toxicity as a result of the vaccine's contamination caused by repeated use of an unsterilized syringe. More on our foreign stories now. South Africa's ruling African Union Congress says it's gravely concerned at a couple of emails which revealed alleged undue influence and corruption by the wealthy Gupta family on President Jacob Zuma's decisions. The ANC said the claims question the credibility of the government and such matters could not be allowed to fester in the public domain. At the weekend, the ANC's national executive decided to retain Zuma as party leader after considering his future at a closed-door meeting for the second time in 6 months. Nigeria Super Eagles have continued their unbeaten start under coach General. The Eagles defeated Togo 3-0 on Thursday to stretch their record under the German to 3 wins and 3 draws in 6 matches. He has won his 3 competitive matches in charge of the team. The 63-year-old was appointed in August 2016 with the task of ensuring the team qualifies for the 2018 World Cup in Russia. Yaya Toure has signed a 1-year deal at Manchester City, having won over Pep Guardiola last season. The 34-year-old, whose contract expired this month, began the season under a shadow after the manager omitted him from City's Champions League squad. However, Toure amended broken ties and returned to the side. Former Sevilla boss Jorge Sampaoli has been unveiled as Argentina's new coach after signing a contract until the 2022 World Cup tournament. Sampaoli guided Sevilla to 4th place in La Liga and the Champions League round of 16 last season. His first task will be to ensure Argentina qualifies for the 2018 World Cup in Russia. The team is currently in 5th position, 1 place behind the automatic qualifying spot and a point behind 4th place Chile. That's all we have on News Now. Thank you very much for watching. I am Thelma Okoro.